everybody, this is Cassandra from the blog Craftably Ever After, and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. I know a lot of you came over from Julie at Kay's Mom Crochet's channel after she gave me that lovely shout out last week, and it's so lovely to have you here. I've been enjoying reading all of the new comments, getting tips and suggestions and just feedback from you guys. I've been loving it. So keep on posting, keep on commenting, keep on emailing. I'm really enjoying chatting to all of the yarny and crafty people out there. I've just been loving it. And based on comments that I've received and suggestions on some of my more frustrating projects over the last couple of months, if you've watched my last video, I had a bit of a rant about the 3D granny squares where my last square didn't match up to my first 4 squares. And one of you lovely ladies, thank you Alison, she gave me a wonderful suggestion just to replace my double crochets with half double crochets. So I took my square, pulled back the last 2 rows of double crochets, replaced them with half doubles, and it worked like a dream. The square came out exactly the same size as my first 4 squares. So I was absolutely thrilled. So if I happen to make another square from the book, which is from this specific designer, so if you've got the book, if you've worked from it before, 3 different designers has designed the squares, which is why some of them don't exactly correspond to the others. But if I happen to do squares from this specific designer again, I'm just going to replace some of her double crochet rows with half doubles, making the squares a perfect fit for my other squares. Next, if you have seen some of my previous videos, even if you haven't, I'll explain. I received a 6 months subscription for the Crochet Society boxes for Christmas. So Christmas or December was the first box that I've received, and the last box that I've received was the May box, which was this very psychedelic looking 80s neon vibe box that we got. The whole box was sort of dedicated to Tunisian crochet. So you've got a few Tunisian crochet patterns, plus a very nice Tunisian crochet hook. And then we got these 2 psychedelic yarns. I'm guessing they're not everyone would see them as psychedelic. Actually just very nice pink and purple. But I didn't love them. So when I opened the box, it wasn't yarn that I fell in love with immediately, and I had no clue what to do with it. I knew I wasn't going to do any of the Tunisian crochet projects at the moment. I'm so busy with so many different things that I think if I add trying to learn Tunisian crochet to my brain, it will literally explode. So I knew, as with all of the previous boxes, I knew I wanted to make an amigurumi. So what I decided was to find a pattern. Yes, a new pattern, believe it or not one of the million patterns I already possess. I decided I'm going to look for a free pattern. So I did not want to buy a pattern to make. I decided I wanted to get a free pattern using 2 colors. That was the restriction I set for myself for this subscription box. Any free amigurumi pattern, and there's lots of sites out there, Ravelry, Lovecrafts. I use the Hobbii website a lot. I live in Denmark, so I order from them a lot, and I like the variety of free patterns. So I went into the Hobbii website and I found this very cute Dirk the Dragon amigurumi pattern. Now this was a free pattern. The pattern for the dinosaur is actually made out of a lovely sort of a dark green and a minty green color, both of which I happen to have in my stash. But obviously I wanted to use the pink and the purple that I got in my Crochet Society box. And I made this cute fellow. So I think he turned out absolutely adorable, even with the pink and the purple. I mean, what else can you make with pink and purple apart from some other mythical creature, like a dragon? Now this pattern, very easy to follow, but there are quite a few pieces to sew on. So you have the head is a separate piece to the body. So you attach the head to the body, then you've got the legs to sew, the arms, the tail, the two ears, the horns, the spikes, and the belly patch. So many pieces that you have to sew together, but the pattern did not take me long at all. So for this DK, I'll just tell you what it says on the back here. 65% acrylic, 35% polyamide. It's a DK weight, 100 grams, 340 meters. And on this one, I used a 3mm hook. So that was my first project that I completed. That took very little time. It's a very lovely, very quick pattern. Next that I did, and as I said, I've been trying so many different things these days. It feels like my brain is too small for everything I'm cramming in there. But I really wanted to try mosaic crochet. So this is my very small little table runner that I'm currently busy with. Now, why I wanted to start mosaic crochet, there was this one amazing pattern. It's like pine trees. It's not a Christmas blanket, but how they made it, it makes me think of Christmas. So I really wanted to do that pattern. I'll pop it up on the screen just so that you know what I'm talking about. But doing a blanket is quite a big commitment. So before I decide if I want to invest that amount of time, and I will have to buy the yarn because I don't have that amount of yarn available, I thought I'd better try just a smaller pattern to see if I can manage mosaic crochet. So I got this cute pattern. It's actually going to be like a little row of houses. I will for this one also pop a picture in of what the completed pattern will look like. And it didn't have any weird techniques. Like I know for the Christmas tree or for the tree one I want to make, there's something to do with diagonal stitches. But this one is just the regular single crochet, double crochet. Nothing strange about it at all. So far so good. I'm not loving mosaic crochet, to be honest, at the moment. And I think it's purely because I know I want to be working on a different pattern. I think that's the only problem I've got, because this pattern, there's nothing wrong with it. But in my mind, I keep on seeing that beautiful tree blanket that I actually want to make. But I'm going to push through. I'm going to finish this guy up. It's like a mini table runner because the yarn I'm using is a bit thin. I think it is longer if you use a thicker yarn. I'm just using some yarn that I've got in my stash, which is, of course, my favorite Rainbow Cotton 8-4. So I'll keep you guys updated on the progress of my little mosaic crochet journey. Now, the next thing I want to show you, and I was very surprised at myself for my next purchase. And this purchase was purely made because I succumbed to peer pressure. I'll explain to you what I mean. Now, if you follow any other crochet channels, which I'm sure, just like I do, you follow many channels, just about everyone and their friend has been unboxing or unbagging the Hobbii lucky cake bags. Yes, I know. It is a peer pressure thing. And when I purchased this bag, the first thing that came to my mind is, like, if you have children, or you don't even have to have children, your parents probably did the same to you. Like, if you and your friends did something that you were not supposed to, and you're trying to explain your way out of it, and you're like, yes, but all my friends did it, or all my friends have it, and then your parents would say, okay, so if all your friends jump into the fire, will you also jump into the fire? Apparently, in my case, the answer is yes. I will be jumping into the fire because, folks, here it is. I purchased the lucky cake bag. Now, I had no expectation for this bag. I didn't mind which type of yarn, what color. I didn't care what I was going to get. I just wanted this for the pure excitement of opening up a lucky bag. But let me show you what I got, because I was thrilled. You cannot imagine the excitement I was experiencing when I opened up this bag. Now, I got this beautiful green. Now, you can actually go onto their website, although all of these yarns come without a label. You can find the specific yarn and color if you just search around on the website a bit. So this is the Sultan Pastello. It is beautiful. So it starts in a very dark color and it gradually goes into like a very light version of your middle color. So this one is green, ending in a very light green. Then I have the Sultan Pastello in this rose, dusty rose, or this pink color. I've got the Sultan Pastello in this beautiful blue. And my last one, Sultan Pastello in like a lavender purple color. Now, as I said, I had no expectation. I didn't care what I was getting. I was in it for the thrill of opening a mystery bag. Was I happy that everything was pastellos? Absolutely, because this is going to be perfect for the project I've got in mind. Now, I want to do a blanket. But the problem with doing a mosaic crochet is it's not a relaxing blanket that you can just sit in front of the TV and crochet. There's a lot of counting and there's a lot of concentrating. So I want to do something that's got half double crochets or crochets in some or other pattern. Nothing too complicated, something I can sit and crochet as a means to relax. These ones will be perfect. Now, what I'm planning to do with them, because it is a very, very, very thin yarn. I don't know if any of you have ever worked with, let me see if I can show it properly. It's got a, how can I show it? I don't even know. It's like 4 very, very thin strands of yarn. There you can see it. So it's 4 very thin strands of yarn. It's not applied yarn, so it's loose threads. And what I wanted to do is to use 2 colors together. So I wanted to use, let me see if I can pick it up. It's a bit fiddly. So for instance, using the blue and using the purple and then crocheting them together. Then my husband had the brilliant idea. Now, this coming from someone who has never seen any of my videos and always pretends like he doesn't care for yarn at all. He had the brilliant idea of, instead of starting crocheting with the 2 dark colors together, to start with a dark and a light. So start the one from the inside. So for instance, the blue from the inside, but then you start the purple from the outside. So then you have a light and a dark together, which means is that the colors will sort of progress from a dark to a light to a dark to a light on the other end, which I think is a lovely idea, and I'm going to do it like that. So I will let you guys know. Now I can't remember. I think I wanted to do purple and green will be the two that I'm using together. So the inside purple with the outside green, and then the blue and the pink. So these were how I was going to crochet them together, but all 4 in the same blanket. So it's going to be a 4-color gradient. I don't know, I'm hoping it's going to be awesome. So I will let you guys know. I'm still looking for a pattern to use for my lovely pastellos. I will let you know in the next episode which pattern I've decided on, and maybe show you if I've started on it, what it looks like. But I'm incredibly excited. So yes, peer pressure, I did it, I folded, but I'm loving it and I'm going to enjoy it. So that is it, you guys, for this episode. It's a bit longer than I thought my video was going to be. Thank you for those who have stuck through the entire video all the way to the end. And keep sending me those comments and those messages. I love it. I love responding. Thank you all so much for watching, for hanging out with me for a bit. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Today is the 31st of May, so happy last day of May. Happy start of summer from tomorrow for my Northern Hemisphere friends, my Southern Hemisphere friends. I'm sorry for the start of winter, but I hope you all have something creative and something lovely planned for the months ahead. Anyway, I'll chat to you guys later. Have a lovely day.